things up.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Going to give this to Mixon. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
17 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
84. Touchdown.
Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. You've got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st down, York. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
A gain of 2.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The 42-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. Completion here to Claypool. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give right side. York. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 41. From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. The
Bengals drive about to get going. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
Bengals.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Passing here, Joe Burrow looking for Campbell downfield. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season.
It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Campbell making the catch. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know, the pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. And his His throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be third down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Burrows.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And a Bengal first down.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's brought down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, Mixon trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Hurts going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
By the Bengals.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Joe Mixon.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
48-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Joe Mixon.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Caught out left side by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating. And
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Bengals.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And a Bengal first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The tackle.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on first down. Mixon showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down now. Mixon, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50, 30. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game, and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And that's incomplete.
Hurts pass thrown away and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line, and this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back now in Pittsburgh. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
I don't want to see what's said, but that place against
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The kick is
and he puts it through.
That will tie the game at 34.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. York. And now off to the races down the right side. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll keep it on the ground. York. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, escaping the pressure right.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
It's second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They got to get to the 23 here on third. And that will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Well, on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixon with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. For the lead, here's third and goal. Here we go with Burrow. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down.
4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bengals, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.